The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey, welcome to Manners and More with Millena. I'm your host, Millena Gaye, and welcome back from our Memorial Day holiday. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday, and I'd like to take just a moment of silence to remember our fallen heroes that we remembered last week. Just one quick moment. Thank you to our veterans for what they've done, and we pay tribute to the ones who've lost their lives for our safety and for this country. So thank you for joining us today. Hope you had a wonderful time. I had a fantastic Memorial Day over at my manager's house. It was far, far away, but we had potato salad and ribs, and it was fantastic. So hope you had a great one too. So today we are going to be talking about audition etiquette and most specifically supporting etiquette. How important it is to be that supporting person in actually no matter what field, whether it's singing, whether it's acting, whether it is in whatever, whether you are in corporate America as an executive or an executive assistant, there's a role when you are a supporting versus a lead character, lead actor, lead singer, the boss, all of that. We all have been in that position at some point, and we may still be in that position. And there's a right way to handle things and a wrong way to handle things. So we're going to talk about that today with two very special people. The first guest is Windee Davis. Now you'll know her face, even if you don't know her name, which you should, and by the end of the show, you will, because she is fantastic. You're going to absolutely love her. I love her. She is wonderful. Her name is Windee Davis, and she plays Colonel Burton on the fantastic Lifetime show, Army Wives. I know we've seen that show. It is in its 7th season, and they're doing the season finale next Sunday. And Windee has been on the show for all 7 seasons. How fabulous is that? That's so wonderful. I can't wait to talk to her some more. And she used to have an acting school, teaching and training other thespians the proper way to audition, the proper way to once you get the role, to actually appreciate that role and take it to the next level. So I'm so excited to be able to talk to her. And then later on in the show, we have the fabulous OMG. Ooh, I'm so excited. Let's get excited. That is Bonnie Pointer from the Pointer Sisters. We remember the Pointer Sisters. Everybody remembers the Pointer Sisters. Well, she and I were at a charity event last evening for Hollywood and Vine Recovery Center. And we were hanging out in the VIP, just chit-chatting, and I said, I have a talk show. She's like, oh, that's great. I said, oh, you should be on it. She said, oh, okay, that's great. I said, what are you doing tomorrow? She said, oh, nothing. I'm free. Come on down. So she will be here today as soon as she gets finished doing whatever she's getting here in traffic. LA traffic is a hot mess. But she will be here very soon, and we'll get a chance to talk to her. And we'll also maybe see what Ruth, June, and Anita have been up to as well. We know Bonnie. I have some pictures from last night, too. She tore it down with her kicks and her hair swings, and she was just getting down with, let's get excited. Ooh, I can't get it out of my head. It's been all in my head today. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back with more Manners and More with Millena as we talk to Windee Davis from Army Wives. Manners and More with Millena. I'm your host, Millena Gaye, and I'm here today with the fabulous Windee Davis, who plays Colonel Burton on Army Wives. Welcome to the show, Windee.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. It's such a joy just being able to talk to you and not just watching you on television, but just sitting here getting to know you as a person. You are just so spectacular. Oh my goodness. Just a wonderful joy and a wonderful spirit. So I can't wait for my fans to be your fans too and fall in love with you like I have.
Well, thank you so much. I feel the same way about you.
Oh, thank you.
You're fantastic. I love your energy.
Thank you. Thank you. So tell us all about Windee Davis.
Okay, so I've been doing this amazing show called Army Wives on Lifetime for 7 seasons. Wow. Army Wives is Lifetime's highest rated series in their 24-year history.
Wow.
And it's been just incredible to have an opportunity to tell the story of a female soldier who is married, who struggles with family and also career.
Struggles with family and career. That's a lot of women out there, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. She's like the extreme version of what most women experience when they're trying to raise their children and maintain their marriage, as well as continue to climb the ladder in their careers.
Like, what are some of the situations that she's gotten in that you would consider extreme?
Oh, definitely. With promotions, for her, sometimes she deploys and has to leave her children, has to leave her husband. With promotions, she's working a lot. When you're in the military, you don't have the option to say, hey guys, I've got to go home and cook dinner for the kids.
Right.
You've really got to stand your ground, and you've got to hang with the fellas pretty much. And so she really struggles with that pull from her children, and also really wanting to win and continue to climb the ladder career-wise.
Wow. So she really does speak for pretty much most women.
Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. And it's been an absolute joy to play this character. I love living out the challenges that she's faced with.
Wow, I can say, and for 7 years, obviously you're doing something right.
It's been fun.
You're doing it. Right. Doing it.
Thank you.
What were you doing before that?
Well, I owned and operated an acting school. It was called the Los Angeles Actor Center.
Okay.
And teaching is actually my second favorite passion. I love acting, but I also really love contributing to other actors. I taught a foundation class, which was a Meisner class. I had instructors. So we had a Meisner class, but we also taught some specialty classes. We had a class called How to Be Captivating on Camera, which was really geared towards actors who had a lot of theater experience, teaching them how to modify their performance for the camera.
Yes, there is a difference.
There is a big difference.
A big difference.
Yes. And we also had an audition class, and that class was geared towards teaching actors who, again, had a background in theater how to modify their performance for an audition room and a camera.
That's so needed. That is so needed. I don't know, all you actors out there who are watching, is the class still going on?
No, it's been over like 7 years.
Oh yeah, when you got your other job. Okay.
That's right.
But obviously, I mean, you gave great information, and obviously, it works.
Yeah, it really does. And, and that was one of the things that, I remember when I started out, I had a background in theater. And when I moved to Hollywood, I had a tough time booking jobs. Now, I was considered a very good actress. When I came from Washington, D.C.
Yes, you're from Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Quick aside, I'm from Maryland.
Is
OMG,
that right?
Bio, yeah, Upper Marlboro in the house.
Oh, my gosh, you're kidding me. See, I knew I liked you, right?
That's what, Maryland in the house.
That's right. That's right.
Shouts to Maryland.
That's
Yay.
right.
Hey, Mom and Pop.
That's right. So I knew that something wasn't translating, right? That I was considered a very good actress here, and then when I came to Hollywood, I wasn't booking these jobs. And it wasn't until I fell into this class that was taught by a director, and he was teaching an audition protocol for actors. And that changed my life. I ended up becoming his apprentice. And I then became his teacher, one of his teachers. And then I ended up having to leave that job that I love so much because I started working so much. So there's something about how you audition. It's not just about being a good actor. It's about understanding what is needed in that room.
Right.
Which is different than what is needed on stage.
Exactly. It's so different. You know, I actually had an experience in New York because lived in New York for 8.5 years, and then I moved out here, and I've been here for 9 years. So my history is actually on the soaps. And actually, I will share with you, as I've been sharing with everyone in case anyone missed before, I've actually just been nominated for an award for my role. I have a recurring role on The Young and the Restless. So everyone, I've been nominated for Outstanding Actress in a Daytime Series for my role on The Young and the Restless.
Congratulations!
Thank you. And if everybody could tweet about that, that
Absolutely.
would be so awesome. Facebook them. It is EOTM. That's it.
Okay.
EOTM Awards, and then just say Millena Gaye, what have you. But anyway, so I'm honored to have received that award. But prior to landing a role on the soaps, I started off doing the background work on New York Undercover. And background is very different from leading character, very much so. And it's, as you said, theater is very different from film and television. And so I went to a workshop one time, and it was so awful because I took my theater audition that I was doing this and all of this to television people.
Yes.
And it was a moving piece, and you're supposed to cry. Windee, they were laughing. The two casting directors in there were literally falling all over themselves, hysterical. And I'm like in the middle of my swooping and this and that.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, you're supposed to be crying. I'm committing suicide. I'm
like, hey, this works on Broadway.
Right.
What?
I don't understand. I mean, I was destroyed that they were laughing at my moving piece. And
Absolutely.
I went and I told the people. And I was very upset. So I don't know. The people may have told them, but I don't know. But all that to say is, I wish I'd had your class.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. See, we've all those of us who have been in the business for any amount of time, we've all had those experiences. We've all had to learn the hard way, and that's really what I'm hoping to help people with today is to, maybe this could be a little cliff note. Maybe they don't have to, have that experience to learn how to modify their performance, because it does take a minute.
It does. Okay, so what would you suggest? Okay, if you're a background person, and then we'll go to supporting person. What are the tips, and what would you say to share with people?
Okay, great. So what I would start with is, if you're doing a smaller role, let's say like an under 5, say your line is something like pizza, you're right? You're a pizza delivery man. If you're going into an audition, the best advice that I can give you is go in there and be as simple as possible. If you are the pizza guy, really, they're not looking for you to stand out. You're actually a device or a tool in the story. You're delivering pizza. So go in and deliver the pizza.
Right.
Don't try to make it something different or make it spectacular. Don't try to shine necessarily in that moment. You can shine just by being simple and clean. You'll never get a part if you're in a supporting role or an under 5, something like that, where you're just delivering something. Sign here, ma'am. They really just want to see you. I like to say, if they're asking you to build a chair, don't build a house.
Right.
Just build a really good chair.
Really good chair.
Right. And so that would be my advice on that one.
Okay. Well, on that, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back with Manners and More with Millena. Manners and More with Millena. We're sitting here chatting with Windee Davis, and Windee was telling us wonderful tips about how to be a proper supporting actor. So, okay, we left off with, you're not trying to outshine, you're just trying to simply carry the story, help move the story along.
Absolutely. And oftentimes there will even be larger parts. Let's say if you're a doctor delivering news to the main character. I mean, of course you want to do a good job, but understand what your role is in actually telling the story. There are characters that are just designed to forward the story, and then there are characters who are really, they're designed to sort of react to what's happening in the story. So it's a good idea to figure out who you are. And sometimes you may want to be one of the main characters. I just did 5 episodes on Scandal.
Oh, yes.
And
how was that?
Yeah, it was amazing. And working with Carrie was phenomenal. And it was a completely different experience going from being one of the lead characters on Army Wives, one of the series' regular characters, to a recurring character. And
what was the difference? How did you?
It was night and day, basically. It was really, when you are a series regular, when one of the leads of a show, it's all about you. All of the shots are all about you and your reaction, and just everything that's going on with your character.
Right.
When you are supporting, it's really just about you getting the camera over to that person. Right. And so it is very different, and both are very important. So I would recommend doing a good job at both.
Yes, because actually the stories are true. It really happens that if you do a really good job as a supporting character, as a recurring, they do cast from that. They will ink that thing so solid, and you have a nice contract. You have a good story?
I have a good story about that.
All right,
I was cast to do as a guest star in a series called High Incident. It was DreamWorks' first 1-hour drama, and it was the pilot, and I played Rocky Carroll's wife, and he died in the pilot episode. I had 2 scenes. I had 2 scenes in the pilot, and the Hollywood Reporter came out and they said everybody was fantastic, but Windee Davis was magnificent. Wow. They made my character recurring.
Awesome.
And then they made me a series regular.
Right now.
And it was literally a guest star in the pilot. My husband died in the pilot. They created a completely new storyline because of the pilot. So do your best, regardless of whether you're a supporting character or the lead, always.
Yeah. Excellence is not an option. It is an expectation and a way of life.
Absolutely.
That's my philosophy. I have it at
Absolutely.
the end of my emails. It's, if you're going to do it, you do it, and you do it the best. There's no need to half step on it. There's no need, because these opportunities, I mean, they're like once. They're you don't get to do
Absolutely.
them over. It's you either put your best foot forward, and then you don't ever have any regrets. Because I'm going through a stage right now, and I've stopped it. Stop it. Oh, I wish I hadn't. Oh, I shouldn't have this. I shouldn't have done that. The regret factor can be a killer, especially when you already know that you should be doing something differently or doing something completely different way, and you don't anyway.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, you know your lines, but you're not off book. And off book means you have them completely memorized. So you know them, and they're okay, and you kind of have them, but if you knew them like that, it would make that much of a difference.
Absolutely.
So,
and people have to work. Some people have to work harder to do that. I mean, I'm a card-carrying ADD person. So what that means is that I really have to study twice as hard sometimes. Like, I have some of my castmates, they'll look over their lines the morning that we're shooting, and they'll memorize their lines in the makeup trailer. Well, that's not my life, but it doesn't matter. Excellence in front of the camera. It doesn't matter that they got their lines this morning and it took me 2 days to get my lines. The bottom line is I'm going to be bringing it in front of the camera, and I will do whatever it takes to bring it. So do what you have to do to get it done.
Exactly. The homework doesn't matter. It
Absolutely.
is the end result, whether it is 2 + 2 + 1 or 4 + 1 or 3 + 2. 5. Bring 5.
Bring
How
it.
You get to 5 is your business.
It's your business.
That's between, as my pastor says, that's between you and you.
I love that.
But
That's
just
right.
Get to 5. That's
Absolutely.
all we need. So, well, we're going to take a quick break, Windee. And we will be right back. But before we go, I want to show you the beautiful artwork that we have in the studio. That is courtesy of Ms. Donna Andrews. She was on our show a couple of weeks ago with Norwood Young. And we have Biography is right here, this painting here. And then we have right behind me is Walking with the Wind. And then over here we have the yellow chair with Mr. We know who that is over there. Okay, I will take my camera. This is the beauty of cameras. And there is the... Okay, as we see, my forte is in front of it, not holding it. But that is... There we go. That's Terrence Howard, actually, in the yellow chair. And then the one next to that is the royal couple. And then we have Tango Dancer is to the far wall. That's Tango Dancer. And they range in price from $4,000 to $8,000, and they're absolutely worth it. If you just look at these beautiful, beautiful pieces. If you remember the show a couple of weeks ago with Donna Andrews, she is the 75-year-old artist who has created all of these wonderful pieces. And it's just, her talent is amazing. It is truly a gift from God, and I just want to support her. And this is her beautiful artwork. And she makes our set look great. She makes the set look fantastic. So we're going to take a quick break, and you're going to watch this fabulous MGSC Signature Collection commercial, but you already saw, but we're going to show it again, I guess. But you see this jewelry right here that's on my ears, that's on my neck? This is the MGSC, Millena Gaye Signature Collection, that is available at L&L's Boutique at 1205 North La Brea. That's where it's available for retail, or you can go to the website now, MillenaGayeSignatureCollection.com, and it's all there. So we'll be right back, and we're going to check in with Miss Pointer and see what's going on with her. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye. That music is awesome, don't you think? We're back with Manners and More with Millena. I'm your host, Millena Gaye. And I actually, just for the record, I did not pick the music. Executive producer of the show, Larry Witherspoon, picked that music and the music for the intro. Hey, Larry, it's on you. So, but I just, pretend to be that rock star. So I actually love the commercial.
I actually like it too.
It's so cute, and it's talking about this fabulous jewelry from Crystal Coral Seas. So anyway, let's get back to talking some more about you.
Okay.
And what else can you tell the audience about different types of acting etiquette? And what would you say? So for people who, we were just sharing a little bit about Oba Babatunde, and he was just finishing a play called Fraternity this weekend. The play was magnificent. It was so, did you get a chance to see it?
I did.
Oh, it was great. Oh my gosh. I saw it twice. It was so good. I saw it Friday night and Saturday night. It was magnificent. It was him, it was Rocky Carroll. Harvey, and lots of other people. Tucker Smallwood, plenty. I mean,
amazing cast.
This show, guys, it's over, unfortunately, but it was absolutely brilliant. There was 6 men on stage, and it was and people had shared with me initially that it was very loquacious, very wordy, and to just be prepared for that. But the playwright, Jeff Stetson, he just made, and the director, Henry Miller, they moved and I was like, wow, amazing.
I loved it.
And I'm going to make up a word. The profundity? I don't know if that is a word, and that's not so apropos.
It is now.
But it was just so profound, some of the sayings that were in there. Like, one of my favorites was, just because you don't know that it's going on doesn't mean it's not going on. It means you don't know about it.
Right.
I love it because I say that quite a bit.
Oh, yes. It was wonderful.
Oh, my gosh. What did you think?
I thought it was fantastic. And when I was watching this play, I thought, look at these 5 masters working. I mean, it was more than 5. I was just 7. But there were some really amazing actors. And to watch Oba, and when he was playing that instrument, I mean, that was unbelievable.
Exactly.
I mean, it makes you really question yourself. You feel like, hey, I'm you feel really good about yourself as an actor, and then you see somebody like that, and you're like, well, okay, maybe I got a little work to do.
Exactly.
I mean, it was really amazing.
It was amazing. Tell the audience what that part that we're talking about.
Right. Well, he was talking about his love of music, and so he starts playing the trombone, and it was amazing. It was like he was playing a real trombone.
Exactly.
And then in the middle of it, he begins to talk about his daughter, and then he, is unable to play this instrument, and it's all doing it with his own voice and his movements, and it was just miraculous.
It was absolutely. I mean, it was like it sounded exactly like the real trombone. It
was
and he was
amazing.
The way that you hold the trombone, like
it was really.
It was like,
next level. It was next level.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, Academy Award status.
It
level,
was. It really was.
The Tony Awards needed to see this.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Speaking of Tonys, they're coming up this Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
A Tony Award party, except. I don't know. I have a little niece, and she's getting christened is kind of the thing for it, except she's half Mormon, so I don't know what the word for it is, but they're doing
basically
thing.
You got to be there. Whatever it is, you got to be
pretty
there.
Much. In St. George, Utah. Pretty much got to be there. So I might be missing the Tony Awards party.
Yeah, but it's better to see your niece. You'll see the Tony Awards next year, and you can record that too.
That's true. And she's so cute. She's just a little doll. Oh, she's just so adorable. I haven't met her in person yet, so I kind of do have to be
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. See, we could just sit here and talk forever. Hello, we're supposed to be talking about etiquette.
That's right.
We're talking about etiquette. And, okay, so is there anything else that you can share that you really would like, that you would give people who may be interested in taking it to that next level?
Right. Well, what I would say is, okay, so as a supporting character, as we talked about how important it is to really just do a good job when you're there, right? But also as a leading character, it's also really important for you to be kind and generous to those who are coming to your set for a day, or maybe they're there just for an episode. It's really important because, they always say, ish rolls downhill, right?
It does.
So if you are number one in the call sheet and you've got an attitude, well, that just kind of, carries throughout the set. But if you have a generous attitude, and Kerry Washington definitely has a generous attitude. I was, there as recurring. I would be there like a day here and a day there. And she was always very, very kind and generous and open. And she made me feel welcome. And of course, this is what I try to do when I'm on Army Wives. 5 o'clock, we're sitting in the makeup trailer, and someone walks in that you've never seen. They're a character that's just there for the day. It's your job as the lead to get up out of your chair and walk over and introduce yourself.
Yes.
because that person is probably nervous.
Yeah.
And probably isn't quite sure what they should do. And by you doing that, it just makes a world of difference in welcoming that actor to the set.
It does. It really does. And actually, that is the essence of what etiquette is. Etiquette is, at its core, it's treating others with kindness and courtesy and respect, and just making them feel comfortable and at home.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
Absolutely. And, being on a show for 7 years, I mean, this is something that I would practice. Then when I was on Scandal, and I was not one of the leads, I was a supporting character, and all of a sudden I felt uncomfortable. These aren't my people. These aren't my makeup people, my hair people. I mean, I'm just like number 20 something on the call sheet. I was felt very, sort of discombobulated. And so it was amazing to have Carrie come over and just welcome me to the show. And the entire cast did that. And it really sort of solidified how important that is if you are the lead, it's important to welcome the other actors that come to the show.
It is. It is. I didn't realize it before when you're doing this for a long time. Some things like that you don't realize. I did a pilot in New York. It's called Future Voices Showdown with Tommy Ford. And I was one of the hosts.
Tommy.
Oh, isn't he fantastic? Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
He's absolutely wonderful. We had the best time doing this. It was actually kind of a prelude to American Idol.
Uh-huh.
Because this was in 1998.
Wow.
Right. Like way, way back. It was way, way back. And it's actually still on my reel. But I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so when I get there, they had all of the dancers, the support, the background characters, they had them in downstairs, and they were sitting on the floor and sitting on little chairs and things like that. And my spirit wanted to go down and just say hello to them. My spirit I just wanted to say hello and thank you for being here, and I wanted to, but this was 1998. And I was actually really just starting into I went from New York Undercover and USA Live, and now here I'm a co-host on a pilot with Tommy Ford. So I made this giant leap, and nobody told me the etiquette of it. Nobody told me that, but I just felt that that's what I needed to do. But unfortunately, my hairstylist at the time was taking too long, and she was all the way in New Brunswick. So I was like really, really late because of that. And so I saw them downstairs, but I had to go upstairs and stand where I needed to stand, and then they whisked me off to my trailer and all of this kind of stuff. So I never got to see them anymore, but I really wanted to do that, and that's actually haunted me. And clearly, it's still haunting.
It's still there.
Still there, so
Right.
I'm forgiving myself.
Absolutely.
And if any of you guys are watching, I'm so sorry to go downstairs and say, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is like when when you're on a show for 7 years or something like that, you're going to see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of actors come through that makeup trailer.
Yeah.
And it can be tempting to not to say good morning and hello, my name is, but it's really just your duty. You just have to get up and say, hi, my name is, Windee Davis. If there's anything I can help you with, please let me know. It's just really, it's like, get your butt up. Remember when you were in this chair.
Right.
Get your butt up and go over and welcome this person. And it really makes a difference for them. And then, as I said, I experienced that on Scandal with Carrie.
Yeah, it really, oh my gosh, it makes a difference. And I would say that should be done for everything.
Absolutely.
Whether you're on a set, whether you're on whether you're at home, whether you're going to a party, whether you're going to a meeting. The rule is the person who walks into the room is supposed to, if everyone's strangers, the person who walks in is supposed to make themselves known and supposed to extend their hand and to shake their hand. Now, that's just the general rule. But
Right.
if you're at home and it's your environment, it's your setting, like for example here, this is my show, so it's my job as the host and the staff, it is our job to make you feel comfortable and welcome because you're here as our guest. And that's proper
Absolutely.
etiquette, so.
Absolutely. And you have done that.
Aw.
Thank you.
Yay. Yeah, we like to hear
Had
that.
me at hello.
So now we'll have to hang out some more.
Absolutely.
Now, I know you have a little daughter. Congratulations.
Yes. She is 10 years old.
Oh, bless your heart. So happy belated Mother's Day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank
So
you.
I know you had a wonderful one, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to change directions a little bit.
Okay.
And we are going to welcome one of our sponsors, not a little sponsor, a big sponsor. And her name is Tamara Anderson. And Windee, let me tell you what she's got going on.
Uh-oh.
Audience, you're not ready for this. So, I met the fabulous Tamara and her company, Sugar and Spiked, at a networking event actually here.
Spiked.
Right, it's called Sugar and Spiked. Right, now here we go. You're not ready for this. Sugar, because it's desserts. Spiked, because what does spiked mean? Spiked with bad things. Excuse me, water. Spiked with water. She spikes their alcohol-infused tasty treats.
Oh.
And so she brought some for us to share. Yay. So we're going to switch cameras and say hey to Tamara. How are you, Tamara?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for coming today.
No problem. I'm glad that you invited me.
Oh, absolutely. Girl, when she had these little treats at the networking event and passing them out, I was like, oh, this is not good for the etiquette lady. Etiquette lady, I'm going to take these home.
But you have to have etiquette on everything, so you have to experience everything. You can't limit yourself.
Right.
You try it all.
Right. Well, tell us how you got started. How did you get started on...
Well, I got started because I am, I love to entertain. I love to make people smile. So what ended up happening is I ended up giving a lot of parties in my home. And every time I did a party, I did a unique dessert. I did Jell-O shots, I did cakes, I did certain things. And at the time, my friend decided she wanted to have an 80s birthday party. And she asked me to do the desserts for her.
Oh, wow.
So we started Googling and looking and finding all this unique and different stuff.
Uh-huh.
And so I started exploring it then, like all these options of things that you could make with desserts with alcohol. So we did our party and we did chocolate suckers, we did brownies, we did some fruit infusion. And then after that, I just started researching and I was like, I can really do this. I like this. I enjoy this. And I know how to balance it so that it's not too overpowering. It's just enough of the sweet, just enough of the alcohol where it makes it have a different taste, a unique, different flavor. So that's how I got started, and we're a year and 3 months old.
A year and 3 months? Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So, wow. So, okay, well, tell us a little bit just about you yourself.
Oh, that's a lot. No.
Okay, just a little bit.
Well,
Why do we love Tamara aside from her magic hands and making tasty treats?
There's a lot to me, but I'm the most optimistic person that I know. Every situation always has a positive to it. You might not see it at that moment, but there's one there. There's a reason for everything happening, the good things, the bad things. There's a reason for all of them happening. The people that you meet, the places that you go, everything has a reason for it happening. And a lot of times, instead of letting stuff defeat me, I should say, I don't let it defeat me. I find a way to overcome it and probably actually get excited when a challenge is presented to me, because then
wonderful.
It gives me the option to figure something out, learn something new, go research something, find something out, and I don't hold information. I share it. So if I find something, I'm going to share it with you. If you have a problem or an issue, I'm going to say, well, look at it this way. It could be worse. You could be here. It could get better. It's in a moment. It's in that moment. It's not the light. It's not your life. It's just that moment.
Just that moment.
So take that moment, breathe it in, let it out, and let it go.
And move on. It's a wonderful philosophy. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, what did you bring today? Now we're gonna get to this. So what did you bring? What did you bring?
This lovely thing.
That's
I don't know if you
beautiful.
can hear it, but these are peach martini pop rock cake shots. So like literally I'm sitting right here and you can hear them crackling. I don't know if you can, I can hear them. Like
Barely. Wait a minute.
You can hear them.
I'm gonna need you to say that one more again.
Peach martini pop rock cake pops.
Woo! We're gonna have a party in here.
So this is just a bouquet.
Woo! And okay, can you hold it up a little bit for the camera? Wow, that is amazing. And it's Pop Rock Cake Peach Martini.
Peach Martini Pop Rock Cakes.
Wow, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. And what inspired you to make that?
Everything has something different or a different meaning or something different. A lot of my stuff comes from my kids. My
Happy belated Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you. My daughter, who's 10, is like my mini me in the kitchen.
Oh.
So anything that I do, she's following, trying to mimic it, in a regular way. And we were in the store the other day, and she was like, Mommy, you should do something with these. And I'm like, what can I do with those? So they ended up on the cake pops.
On the cake pops. Wow, we can't
That's
wait
what they
to get
ended up
into
on.
them.
And Mother's Day just passed, so, we women, we like flowers.
Yes.
So I was like, well, we'll make it look like a flower. And this way, if you have something or a gathering, you can set it as a centerpiece and you can just pluck one off one at a time. And it's just enough. It's like 2 bites. It's not a whole bunch. I believe I'm the mini woman. I like things smaller than bigger. Because right now everybody's on a diet.
Right. Yes, definitely on the diet.
Everybody's on a diet.
On that diet.
So you can't say you can't try it or taste it because it's 2 bites. It's 2 small bites. Just try it. It's just enough to serve that sweet tooth purpose.
Okay.
And get you along for the rest of your day.
All right. Now, how much alcohol is in it, Tamara? Now,
Proprietary information.
Oh, right. I mean, you can't eat this at noon, right?
See, you can eat these at noon. You can eat these at noon. The things that are there are things that are stronger and lighter. My cakes are usually on the lighter side, so you can eat the cakes. They're fine. But if you talking about some Jell-O shots or some ice cream or some of my cheesecakes are kind of strong. So depending on what it is, but some of the things are minor. And you have a nice variety bag here today. I bought you
Oh my goodness,
I bought you tequila gummy worms.
You better stop it. Okay, hold on. Grandmother, please cover your ears.
What else did I buy you? I bought you coconut vodka cheesecake cake balls. They're so cute.
Oh my God.
I bought you Long Island lemon cake.
Wow.
You might have tried before, but the Long Island lemon cake, that's my favorite one.
Ooh.
And then I bought you some of the Pop Rock cakes, but with a different frosting. These have chocolate frosting on them. Those ones have regular frosting on them. And then you have Kahlua brownies.
Kahlua.
So you got some fruit, you got some chocolate, you got some gum, you got a little bit of everything.
So you just said goodbye to my diet, huh? Goodbye.
We talked about this. I thought you were supposed to work out.
Right, starting tomorrow.
Right.
We're going to start tomorrow.
We talked about this already.
Right. We did talk about this. Now, I see 3 bags over there, so I get to take them all home for me?
No, you have to
share.
Yay.
So happy.
That's right. This is a show about etiquette. That's right. It's the etiquette show. I'm going to share. I'm going to share with my guests. Oh, my gosh.
So that's what I have for you today.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you so much. Thank you. And actually, I will share with the guests. It was just a little joke. But our other guest has gotten through that LA traffic, which is absolutely a nightmare. It was bananas. But we have here in the studio with us now the fabulous Bonnie Pointer. Welcome, Bonnie. Hey, girl. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
I was in the studio and then this morning, and then I just flew out, on the road. And I just
gotta do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
I know. Well, you kicked it last night. You did your thing at that event last night with the hair.
Came to the park to play. You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce, move over.
Oh, get out. Okay.
Bonnie's here. So how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm a little fatigued because, the show and then the studio, and I'm working on a new song. It's about my hair.
It's about your hair?
Yeah, about different hairstyles and different things.
Oh, wow. You know what? That's so interesting because we were, Windee was saying when she was getting here, she was watching the episode that we had about weaves and wigs, and it was called, this man wrote a book called Unbeweavable.
Unbeweavable.
A man
How cute is that?
wrote a book. Okay, it's cute, but then he had something to say about hair, and I had to say, what you got to do with it? I need to understand. You take 10 minutes to go get your hair done. You don't need to talk about what we do with our hair and how we function with it, and it's none of your business unless you're moving into my house and fixing it every day.
That's right.
I'm gonna need you to zip it. That's just me.
Yeah. So it goes something like, I want my hair whipped up, I want my hair crimped up so it will fall in place. Crimson cascades the taste. No greasy kid stuff to ignite a fire. A cool shot from a 99-cent blow dryer. When I want to look posh, I go to Planet Panache. Madam Butterfly's dragon nails reaching for cash. Now I'm a polished wet super shine diamond, color rich cream, and my lips are steaming.
Ooh, wonderful. You go, Bonnie.
And it's a lot more, but it's got all different things.
Wow.
So I just began starting that song, working on it.
Oh, so that's okay. So when can we expect it?
Probably I'm gonna finish it next week, and then it should be out very soon.
Oh, wonderful. We're looking forward to it.
I'm working with Richard Perry on it and Bob Mercer.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Very talented gentleman, very talented. So, and it's called what again?
Hair.
That's the name of it. Hair. I love it. I
not the Broadway play. Not the
no, it's your version of Hair. So what else are you doing lately?
I've been working in New York a lot. I'm going to do the Eisenhower Park in August, and Trump Taj Mahal, and I do some clubs there and a cruise ship. I mostly work in New York a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
New York is a working place.
Yeah. They like me there, so I go there and work. It's really fun. I work with Tavares and Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and Evelyn Champagne King, Maxine Nightingale, Frangele. Yes, it's a big disco show, and everybody's dancing and having a great time.
Oh, yeah. Well, with all those artists, you have to.
Can't help it.
Oh, my goodness. And let me tell y'all, last night, she made everybody, got off the stage, went through the entire audience, get up. And then when they didn't move, she was yelling at them, get up, dance. And everybody moved to the front, and we were jamming.
They had to exercise that food off. They were eating a lot in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, shake it off.
You got to shake it off. Well, you give quite a show.
Thank you. I enjoy it so much.
You're so talented.
Thanks.
And so talented. And you have your whole family is talented. Your sisters are all talented. And it's just, how are Ruth, June, and Anita?
Sickening. No, they're fine. They're crazy. I love them.
It sounds like a reality show.
I talk to them every day. It's great. They're doing a show here June the 9th.
Oh, wow.
For Gay Pride.
Wonderful.
At the West Hollywood Park.
Wonderful. June 9th. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, audience, if you're here in LA, go on.
So I'll probably
June
get up and
9th.
jam with them or something.
You're going to get up and jam?
Probably,
that'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have to go.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You're so
And
fabulous.
I did a movie with last 6 months.
Oh, wow.
I did a movie. It was called The Road to Nowhere.
The
It's a
Road
Monty
to
Hellman movie with cast of Entourage, and it was about Cherokee tribes in the Black Hills of South Carolina.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And how they were supposed to finish this road to the rest of the United States, and they never did. So it's called Road to Nowhere. And the Ku Klux Klan came and killed all the chiefs' sons, and they never finished the road. And it's just a historic movie. So.
Oh, wow. Historic. That sounds really interesting. Now, when is it
I
coming
just
out?
sang a song in it. That's,
Oh, you just sang. Well, when is it coming out? When is it coming out?
It's been out, and it's on Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
you can see
And
it
the
on
name of it
Netflix.
one more time?
Road to Nowhere.
Road to Nowhere. We're going to have Netflix Road to Nowhere. So we only have just a few minutes left, but I love the fact that you're here. Now tell us, I know we were talking about yesterday some backstage, because Bonnie we were at the event last night. We were just talking, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm an actress and I have a talk show, and you should come on. She's like, okay. And I'm like, what are you doing tomorrow? She's like, oh.
See you tomorrow.
And here she is. So it's so wonderful. We were talking about stage etiquette and supporting etiquette, and you had a couple of really funny stories.
That's something
Please
that
share.
we do. It's something that you do on stage when you're in the background. When you're a background singer or a musician, you have to have stage etiquette.
Yes.
Not to try to get up there and fly in front of the star of the show and take over and outdress them, outsing them, dance them. You have to work your way up, and you learn from the star artist, and then when it's your turn to get in front, you appreciate what you've learned, and it's really good. You just have to give them respect, and I had to learn that.
Now, how did you have to learn it? What happened to you?
Just by biting my tongue, because I wore a lot of things I hated, and I did a lot of dances I didn't like, and I went a lot of places I didn't want to be, a lot of audiences I didn't want to see, and
but you had to do it because you were the supporting.
Yeah, dodging frisbees, and you have to just because we were black, and there was a lot of people. We were doing backgrounds for rock and roll groups like Dave Mason and Elvin Bishop and Taj. We did Taj Mahal, and we went to Woodstock with Jefferson Airplane and Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix, and a lot of things like that.
So that's how you cut your teeth and learned what to do the right way and what to do.
Absolutely, because there's a lot of outfits I hated. Oh my God, I was burn them before I get on stage, burn them up.
Well, at least we didn't have Twitter and Facebook then, so no one will have to know about it.
Actually, my sister June, who passed away, did burn up one of the outfits that she didn't want to wear. She put it in the bathtub backstage at the hotel. She said, "Now tell me I have to wear it." I set it on fire. No, I'm not wearing that dress.
Wow, it was that bad.
Yeah, it was that ugly. So she didn't want to wear it.
I heard that. Okay, well,
So
that's a new
that's
trick.
one way of not wearing something.
If you don't like it, put it in the bathtub and burn
Tear it up, burn it up. I don't know, rip it up.
That's wonderful. That's. I'm not advocating that. I'm just
No, me either. I'm not advocating
you have
that.
to do what you have to do.
If you don't want to,
if a fire just happens to start in the bathtub, and
at that point, we were able to pick our own clothes.
Right.
So we weren't in someone else's show. So
right. The only person mad at you was your wardrobe stylist.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm
so
so glad I came.
much.
Yeah, but it's very important to be very respectful to everyone in every arena, in every area that you're in, and everywhere you go.
Yes.
Yes,
thank
it's
you.
nice to be nice.
It is. It really is. People appreciate it so much, and it doesn't take much at all to smile and say
good.
thank you. And and people appreciate it.
Yeah.
And they really do. And I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're welcome.
And I appreciate you, Windee. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh,
And
your name is
Tamara.
Windee.
This
Hi,
is
Windee.
Windee
Hi.
Davis. How are you? And Tamara, thank you for being here today. Now I'm going to take one last because the poetess is saying we gotta go. I'm a fabulous engineer. So if any of the fans would like to follow you and keep up with what you're doing, how can they keep in touch with you? We'll start with you, Bonnie.
At amp399hotmail.com.
Okay, so if you want to talk to Bonnie Pointer, that is it.
Call my sister. Her name is Amp.
And Windee, how can you?
I am Windee D Official on Twitter and on Instagram.
Okay, Windee D Official. On Twitter and Instagram. All right now, okay. And Tamara, how can our fabulous audience get some of your tasty treats and not coming out of my bag? Oh my God!
I want some of that.
They can find me both on Sugar and Spiked, and the Spiked is with a Y for martini glass, not an I. On Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, can you say it one more time? Like
Sugar and Spiked with a Y on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, so Sugar and SPYKED.
Yes.
On Facebook and Instagram.
Very
Awesome.
interesting.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and I'm going to close this show so we can get to eating. Hey, girls, what we want to do. So I want to thank you all so much for joining us today on the Fabulous Manners and More with Millena. We had Bonnie Pointer from the Pointer Sisters and a wonderful solo artist and beautiful singer and wonderful friend. We have Windee Davis from Army Wives who joined us today, and Tamara is going to make us get fat.
Oh my God.
With her tasty treats.
Somebody's got to do
So somebody's got to do it. So thank you all for joining us today. Next week will be Mr. Richard Gant and the Mooney Twins, and we will be revisiting. In theory, we'll be revisiting social media. Now, with Richard and the Mooney Twins, there's no telling where in the world the show is going to go, as it is live and it just goes where it's intended to go. So thank you for tuning in. Please be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook and all of that good stuff. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week on Manners and More with Millena. Take care.